G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at the 3-step Authentics changer. This is Elita-1. Now, I will have to say off the bat, no, she does not come with the metal clips, the metal pegs that I have attached. It is the only way for her to stand up. So, yeah, I will get to that in a moment. But as I mentioned twice before, if you have not seen the previous videos, I got 5 of these. I got Optimus, Elita, Grimlock, Bumblebee, and Megatron. I've done 2 already, and this is the 3rd. So the idea behind these is I'm not keeping them. They will be going to my youngest nephew as a way to help teach him progression from the real simple Transformers to one day being whatever the word is, more skilled to do the more mainline figures. Now he's currently 4, so this is a nice stepping stone. I'd say by his age, I'd gotten G1 Swerve. I've probably gotten Optimus Prime. But honestly, I'm considering how complex, and some might disagree with me, considering how complex modern mainline figures are, I'm not comfortable with buying him a $40 figure, to which he gets stuck with, gets frustrated, throws it at the wall, breaks into 5 pieces, and never touches again. So I don't mind that if he breaks these, but as I've said before in the last 2 videos, there are portions of these figures that are a good learning curve. So I said in the last one, which was the Bumblebee one, that Optimus had a waist slider and a waist rotation. Bumblebee had clearance issues and possible ball joints. Elita, she has misshapen feet. She's got balance issues. She also has a good amount of tabs, which Bumblebee had too, but she's got a more decent amount in her. But yeah, so she can't stand up because if I show you this, so there's the bottom of her foot. So if I use my somewhat straight finger, you should be able to notice that there's this little bit of plastic here, this bit of pink, that goes past her foot. And because of that, she can't stand up. Will I give him some metal pegs? I don't know. I'm just going with it. But I will say that despite her having rather bizarre proportions, which honestly they've all got bizarre proportions except for maybe Grimlock and maybe Megatron, she's not overly terrible in the way she looks. And I think I said said to someone who saw this on my little side table here, I actually said I would say that this is a better transformation than most of the RC figures. So take that for what it's worth. Although admittedly, I did like the look of Legacy Elita, but I never bought her. So there we go. She is obviously a very hollow in the legs. But yeah, not too bad. She is a very hot, bright pink, and I think the camera's actually making her brighter than she actually is. Yeah, actually pretty nice. As for articulation, head doesn't move. She does have rather tight ball joints in her arms, so you can actually do a full 360. Arms go out that far, nothing at the wrist or any of that. Legs can go up this far. Legs can go back that far because it's actually hitting her butt plate, which is a rather interesting thing to actually have, honestly. We do have a bit of thigh rotation, which is a bit of a squeak there. We actually have a knee bend. Now, admittedly, that's part of the transformation, but she's got it. She actually has it. Obviously, can go all the way up, but yeah. There's no, obviously, ankles. This does come tabbed in together, but still, as you can see there, this bit of plastic here is too long, so she can't even stand on her own feet. So there we go. All right, let's get down to transformation. So it's supposed to be 3 steps. Yeah, I can kind of go with that. All right, I'm going to tab her legs together because she has tab here, tab here, tab here, tab here, and they sort of scissor together. like so. They will pop out again, just forewarning. Now we have this tab, this tab, this tab, this tab, and what's going to happen is that this lower tab, and I'm trying to find the best way to show this, is going to go into here. This one here, so that's going to go into here. This one's going to sort of go behind her backpack, sorta. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to slide up. Now, it doesn't feel like it, but you actually want to get it above the tip there. So just try to get that up the best you can. You might have to swivel around a little bit and just try to line that all up. Actually, that goes underneath the backpack. So sort of, it's terrible trying to, it's sort of just in here. So that's got to line up there. So that pops in there. Same on the other side. It's probably popping in easier since I've transformed it a couple of times. Now, the legs are a little bit iffy because these will want to pop apart. But you have, where is it? Just looking for it. I think it's this port. Is it this port? Yeah, I want to say it's these two ports are going to go into the back of her forearms. So just bend. Like I said, it's probably going to dislodge. Yeah. So just try to line everything up without things popping. You might have to put a little bit of force behind her arms to keep things nice and adhesed. If it pops out, just press it together. And there is Elita in her vehicle mode. Wheels don't roll overly well because they seem to be sitting more against the plastic. Pardon me, but I like that. I like that vehicle mode. I reckon that's pretty neat. So I reckon that's a pretty good one. So size comparison, as always, here she is with Windblade. So yeah, but like the coloring and everything looks really, really nice. I want to say it should have been RC. But of course, Elita is still a lot more prevalent since the Transformers 1 movie. So that makes a little bit more sense. All right, to untransform her, you're going to pop those two out of there and rotate the leg down. You're then going to come in here and you're going to sort of pop and slide down the arm. Same on the other side. And they are pretty firm tabs. I won't lie about that. They are pretty firm. And then, of course, we can wiggle those. And then we bring back in my metal clothes pegs to keep her standing again. So there's one. Probably, well, we can just use one, but I'm going to do two because I like having things identical on both sides. So there we go. As for size comparison, I'll bring her back a bit. Here she is with MP10. So I'd say about probably the same height as she was with Bumblebee. And as for Bumblebee, I'll bring her in a little bit closer. I'm going to probably have to get further away at some point. There she is with Bumblebee. And there she is with Optimus Prime. So there we go. So if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.